Usisokhuluma kule video ukhuluma ngesihluku esenziwa abantu ayebasebenzela ngokuthi bambulala kanjani umyeni wakhe. Ubese echaza futhi nokuthi uyabaxolela ngoba sesiside lesikhathi lesihlakalo senzeka. Ngicela ukungandi kakhulu ke mlaleli uthokozeleke nansi video.
Sanibonani, ninjani? I hope you're good. I'm doing this video because I don't have access to the people engimenzela bona le video. Kodwa knowing social media ngiyazi ukuthi izohamba izibathole abanikazi bale video ngoba inabanikazi abathanda kubambalwa. It's going to be very lengthy. I know ukuthi ngizoyikhatha ibe quite a number of parts. This video goes out to people. I'm going to mention their names, but I'm not going to mention their surnames. I'm going to withhold certain information. The reason why I'm mentioning their first names is so that abantu abaziyo bazodlulisa umyalezo. But again, I'm going to protect their surnames, their location. I'll try to protect their surnames, their location, and other very intricate or important information. This goes out to the people who killed my fiance, the late Thabiso Mloyi. It's 6 years now that he has passed, and I've realized that as much as I've done so much healing, so much work, kodwa kukhona la ngadluleki khona ngoba ngibambe iqhubu. And ekubambeni kwami iqhubu, initially I thought I was punishing them, especially because it's people that I know personally. It's people that I've had such a personal relationship with. But I realized ukuthi ngiyibopha mina ngokubamba le qhubu. I realized ukuthi I've been imprisoning myself. I have actually stalled my healing. And now I want to let go. So I am saying today, I forgive you guys. And I'm going to repeat this a lot, that I forgive you. But I'm not forgiving you because you deserve it. I am not forgiving you because I understand what you did. I'm not forgiving you because I want a relationship with you. I am forgiving you to free myself now. I am forgiving you because I've forgiven you internally, but there are seasons, there are days, there are moments where I become so angry and I wish so many vile things on you guys. And now, kungibuyisela emuva lokho. Therefore, as I'm forgiving you now, I'm forgiving you because I want to free myself from the prison that you put me in. I'm gonna narrate the story so that you know, as much as you know that I know Oguti, it was you. But I want you to know, Oguti, I know it was you. And I'm gonna narrate the story for the last time. I have not narrated the story in a good 3 years to people in my space, but I'm gonna narrate it to the last time. Kona nani mini ibuka le video, especially because you are pastors, you are leaders of a church. Nibuke, mhlambe nihlole. Knowing you guys, nginazi nabantu ababantu, but what you did, I'm not so sure. Kodwa today I want you to know ukuthi uSindo uyangixolela mina. I'm not sure about Thabiso's family, I'm not sure about his friends, I'm not sure about him. Probably God has forgiven you, but mina ngiyangixolela. Ngingazi-ke ukuthi bangaki abanye abantu enachitha igazi labo. Kodwa ngokuchithela Thabiso and for ruining my life, because you did ruin my life, I forgive you. So here's the story. It was 2019, around April, where I got a call. The people I'm forgiving, by the way, is Unkule, Ugusa, Umzamo, Ukonzi, Nonumzamo. Izobathola abanikazi. All I can say is that bahlala South Africa. I got a call in around April or March. Unkule, Nomzamo, we went to the same church. We are basically brothers and sisters in the Lord. Yabo. So we went to the same church. Bestjwayelene nje kakhulu. Bangfonela, bathi Cindy, we need you. We need your skills. We need your expertise. They had started a logistics company. This is going to ring a bell for so many people. Bathi bathenga amatraki, asebenza emayini ethizeni, and bafuna ukwenza i-capital to buy more trucks. So sebevule opportunity i-company yabo yokuthi Lord help me, yokuthi bathola ama-investors. Lama investors into emele ukuthi bayenze kumele bafake imali kunama packages ahlukene, and then bazothatha leyo mali bayothenga ama trucks because they want more trucks, because that equated to more money. And then lama investors azobe ethola imali ke every month, I think for 12 months. It was a 12-month contract if I'm not mistaken. And I know a lot of people are going to judge me because the logic behind everything pertaining the business doesn't make sense, but at that time it made sense. Kodwa mase ngiyibuka nami, not now, like years ago, immediately after, I realized ukuthi I should have realized ukuthi something was beating the waters immediately, but I didn't. Yabo. So as you are listening, you're going to judge, but please keep your judgment to yourself, okay? Ngiyabonga. Okay, so now maybe ngithinta mina bathi inenkinga ecompany yethu ivaliwe ama bank account wethu with millions in it, and now we need umuntu wenza PR because I'm a PR practitioner. So umuntu wenza PR azos cleanela i-image yethu in the media because ama investors wethu manje asefuna imali yabo, I think, and the media is hounding us and all of that, yabo. So being me, being good at what I do, especially at that time. Another thing about grief and trauma, I realized, Ogoti, it messes up with your memory. I realized, Ogoti, my memory is not as sharp as it was before. It messes up with my cognitive thinking and my mental abilities, you know, because since then I have not done any PR work because I'm just not as sharp as I was before. So at that time ngangisa fresh nje and ngangisanentshisakelo ngathi okay, I'm up for the opportunity, and I was a freelancer. So ngawenza umsebenzi wabo, how bajabula bahappy ngomsebenzi wami, babengikhokhela kahle. What I'm gonna say about those people, they were paying me very, very well. I never had a problem with how they were paying me. Whatever invoice and quotation I would send to them, babenza sure ukuthi bayisetlisha in time. So nami ngakuthokozela ukusebenza nabo. Mina I was not in any way attached to the company. I-client imelifika kumina, I've worked with so many other people, so many, you know, huge names, huge artists. Ngibona ukuthi, you know what, le story ngifuna ngispine, guys. Kodwa because it's work, it puts food on my table, I'm gonna do it. So I did it. Yabo. And then kwahamba isikhathi kwangazi hayi ama scandals abo, not ama scandals abo, but trouble yabo nabantu baka FSB and Financial Services Board. Mark that name, yabo. Iyanda. So they needed to change their company name, they needed to get new directors, they needed to just start their company all over again because they are not getting these millions that are stuck in this specific account of this company. Okay, and now they need someone to come in as usebenza full time as their brand manager. Bang approach. But Cindy, we need a brand manager. And a marketing specialist. Bese it's gonna be a lot of work, and I've already got a couple of clients that I'm servicing with. So kuzomele thing is cut some. And if ngizodinga ukuthi ngimove to leyo ndawo engizomove kuyona, you need to pay for my accommodation and just other perks or benefits that I needed, that I required in order for me to do the work. Sa negotiate sagcina isivumelane, sibe nesivumelwane, which I was happy with, and I believe nabo they were happy with. Okay, ngisuke ke ekhaya, ngihambe ngisuke from Durban ngihambe ngiyela ekumele ngiyosebenzela khona. How kusebenzeke kahle futhi, yabo. There was just a lot of pressure though, yabo. But kusebenzeke, it was really great working with them. I'm not gonna lie at that time. And the company was growing. Yeah, but the company was growing. I feel like, okay, I really contributed to the company. You know, we moved from a small office to a big office. Imali yangena, you know, they are buying my ideas. And so I told them, imali gama invest. Kunama invest njalo, okay. Kuhamba isikhathi, kuhambe inyanga. My fiance, because we were planning a wedding, the Soshat. So, after malobola, he lobolas in August. Malobola in August, umuntu wami, athi August month end, yazi ama calculations awahlangani la, especially because umshado wethu kumele ube within 6 months because Sabazalwane, he was a pastor. Yabo, kumele ube within 6 months. And isalary yami imsebenzi wayisebenza futhi isalary yami ngeke izikwazi ukucover wonke lama expenses neyakho as well yabo, because I was getting paid quite well. So ucabanga ukuthi sithathe okay, sasa sithathile i-package, investment package kwenye i-company very similar to this company. Okay, leyo investment package okuya 75,000. I started investment package, and then we were like, hey, we're gonna need more money yabo. I started the lowest investment package from this company engisebenza kuyona ya 65,000. Sivumelana, okay, I keep 50% imali nami ngikhipha 50%. It's okay. I-contract izobeka mina lakho because mina ngisebenza la. Okay, sithathe i-package la kule company sengiyisebenzelayo manje. Kodwa nje ukuthi a couple of weeks later, hey, things start beating the water. Yazi, qale nje kwenzeke izinto engibonayo ukuthi it's not gonna end well. Ngimtshele kumloyi ngithe mina mfethu ngibona 1 no 2 kule company. Number 1, I used to work until very late in the office because when I was staying far from home, my fiance is not here, my family is not here. Most of the friends that I know from the city are Bekulana, so I would stay until even 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the office. I'm doing strategies, you know, implementing the strategies. But see, mangoka ama financials. Ngiyayibona imali yangena, mina ngisebenza phela imali angithi. Imina engithola lama investors as well. Ngiyabona okay, imali ka Peter no John imingena kule company ikhokhela uPam no Mary no Pat. Mekungene imali engaka kule company ikhokhela uSibanman. No man, Cindy, this is a pyramid scheme. Yo, I know it took such a long time for me to realize it, but ngaqala ngaphenika because phela saswabona ama truck ethombeni, but they would travel to eMalahleni or eMpumalanga and whatnot, bashuthe nama branded trucks, bathengile ama truck, basho sesithenga amanye ama truck, batshengise ama contracts, you know, but there were no trucks. Yabo. And obviously if it's a pyramid scheme, mina bengiyidlala MLM marketing. So ngiyazi ukuthi it never ends well in a pyramid scheme, because what happens mase sebengasafaki imali kodwa thina kusamele sithole imali yethu in the next 12 to 24 months. Yabo? Okay, ngimtsheleke lo bhuti engizwana naye aqala panic. Ngithi no, don't panic. Awukakaphela u30 days sithathe i-contract yethu ne nalabantu. So what we must do, just revoke it, retract it, cancel it. Afundeka ama fine prints, abone ukuthi, oh no, in 30 days I can actually cancel my contracts. Ngithi mina bhala ke email usende ukuthi ufuna ukucancel i-contract. Yaqala lapho inkinga. Bayithola i-email, waqala kwaba ne-animosity e-officeini. Umuntu kaSindi indaba e-cancel i-contract, yabo? Bangaba right. And then a day later after that, sibe ne-meeting in the company. Kuthiwe u-FSB, ngisazoya ku-FSB. To FSB, uthi ngesakwazi ukukhokhela ama-investors le mali engake kumele siwakhokhele, because ama-investment companies don't do that. So kumele siyehlise ngo-75% i-monthly, ama-monthly benefits or monthly payments our client, yabo, ama-investors. So that caused a lot of havoc, yabo. Now, mina, abantu know my face. A lot of people, especially ever since I stepped into the company, know my face. Sekumele ngihambe ngiye kwabantu ngiyosho ukuthi ngisakwazi ukunikokhela labo 10, 20, 30, 40,000 nadini banzobathola senzothola 3,000 or 7,000. Can you imagine? And I'm talking about people abanye, judge them not, babeqeda ukuretire no emsebenzini, babeqeda ukuresign, abathatha imali zabo bazothi mbu $500,000 to this company. bewazi ukuthi at least a month bazothola 60,000 sebezothola about 12,000. Can you imagine the danger? Okay. Now, in order for us to reach the clients, kufanele sihambe siyobabona face to face. Print the database ama clients. Kwahlukaniswa ukuthi amanye ama employees azoya in this part of South Africa, amanye azoya in this part. And when I got KZN, I remember this one day I drove from La Dinkona through Durban, through Vryheid. Umuntu wahamba ngaleza insuku. And I'm meeting these people through Greytown, ngaze ngafika Pretoria, Johannesburg, and then came back Newcastle, I think. But nje KZN ngaphezulu ngaze ngagcina eGauteng somehow, I don't remember. Meeting people. And when I think about it, I'm just like, yo, Cindy, what's if I can be like in danger for these people? Because what if ngafika ku-invest kwakhe noma emsebenzini abele nje angishaye inhlava ekhanda athi ngimskemile. It was possible, could have happened. And then we came back. Mesibuya kuphinde kuthiwe futhi imali yokukhipha labo 3,500 nale imali le mali entsha ke semele ithola ama investors ngathi nenkinga esekho, so Cindy kuzomela usebenze uthole ama investors amasha. And then I thought to myself, I can't. Already sebeyalwisa ngale in the other office, ka finance office balwisa uku refunda imali yethu, yabo lo 65,000 rands wethu. But angifuni ukuyingena ke mina ngithi manje balwisa umuntu who is onenkani. uThabiso was very stubborn. uThabiso was a fighter. uThabiso wayesebenza ka Department of Justice. uThabiso was doing his final year law. So yabo balwisa nje umuntu who ongayi-understand angayi-understand, yabo. And then he was like, I'm gonna get my money back, Cindy. I'm like, okay, we have to, because ekhaya fanele sihambe sumembeso, you know, and sithembele kule mali. And then seqala ke manje office sekufika ama investors every day bayalo, literally every day ama phone calls ayangena. We're just getting bombarded and overwhelmed, and I realized it's not worth it. And njengoba ngingayitholi yami imali, shothi ayikho imali, ngizobenza njani bonke labantu abafuna imali zabo? You know what guy, Cindy, just resign. Silele imali yethu and just continue with the work that you're doing. I resigned immediately. I submitted a immediate resignation letter, and but mina ngaze ngicela lutho kubona. That day, I submitted a resignation letter. I submitted a company car. Was I using the company laptop? I think it was my laptop. Yeah, but the company cell phone, yes, ending. So, I share that day office in. And I say this actually now because now it's just a lot happening. Submitting is share. Ngibonge ngethuba, ngihambe, ngigoduke. Goduke ntambama, request an Uber, go home. Mengifika ekhaya, athi uThabiso, okay, I'm going to fetch you tomorrow. Mengiphume emsebenzini. Ngithi mina okay, it's fine because phela ngiyimpahla ngithi. But then in the morning, mengivuka ekuseni, I have so many missed calls from Ugusa. Ugusa noNkuli are married, okay? So I have so many missed calls. Mengimfonela, see how. Mphathi, what's up? Athi ngicela uze officeini, ngicela sikhulume mphathi. Ngithi mina okay, ngizoze officeini. It was around 8 o'clock in the morning, something to 9. Sithi mina okay. Mhlambe bafuna sikhulume, mhlambe they still need my help somehow. Athi ke uThabiso ngimfonele, ngithi mina bathi angise officeini, athi okay. Ngizosheshe ngiphume la emsebenzini senkantolo, kodwa ngizophuma around 12 o'clock. Ngizocela half day, I'm gonna come emini ngizokuyise officeini. It's okay. Bangifonele 30 minutes later, hawumphathi ukephi? I just woke up. So, ngilungiselele ukuza lapho, ngiyeza mphathi. 20 minutes later, awusafiki ngani? Hawu, baqala abantu baba agitated manje. I said I'm coming. 30 minutes later, ufona uNkule. Cindy, funny phone yakambani. Okay, no, she didn't say it like that. Cindy, mama sting phone yakambani sting uthinta ama investors. All right, sissy, I'm coming to the office. Okay. Ngizolethwa iphone. phinde futhi balebele ngifonela ngiqaleke ngibe unsettled ngimtshela uThabiso yebo labantu sebengifonela into engenza ngibe uncomfortable manje ngoba phela ngiyiza yabo futhi ngangisa right nje my spirit was still okay ngithi ngiyiza yabo ayibo bebefona isikhathi eside ngize ngithi you know what okay ngizomlinda ngempela lo muntu othi no angisho ukuthi ngizomlinda ngithi mina okay sengifuna ukuya ke officeini manje ngoba manje bafuna i-company phone and I didn't want to come across as a person kube sengazi ukuthi I'm holding their company phone yabo so I'm just like okay I'm coming to bring the phone because now abasafuna ukukhuluma nami sebefuna ifone angithi and I was bound to give them their phone. I had to give them their phone yabo I request on Uber uma ngithi ngiyaphuma we complex la ngihlala khona ngingena kwi-Uber how maybe like a meter not a meter maybe like I don't know 100 meters away ngibone imoto efana neyankule ngibuza uBolt Uber driver ngisakhumbula ngithi mina ifike nini le moto emlaphayana athi sisi le moto emlaphayana ibimphambi kwesango la kwakho la hlala khona ngwathi uqhamuka ungathi qhamuka mina na uqhamuka yakhuphuka yoma lapha phezulu ngathi okay ubeka khona ba athi khona abantu besifazana about 3 le moto ngithi mina okay ngicela siyilandele because I just want to confirm ukuthi khona abaphakathi yabo mesiyilandela ke imoto ibaleke hayibo siyahamba phela kahle we are driving normally on the road yeah government you understand but why are they running away from us siyilande ngiyayazi number plate yabo first of all I've been working with these people ngiyayazi imoto yabo ayibo silandele ihambe imoto izule ngize ngithi okay it's fine ase officeini ngifuna uThabiso sayibo sekwenzeke into ekanjena and then it's like awuyi kule office why are you there ngithe ngiyeza nje and then angithi futhi ngi-inquisitive sibinde sibhedayo ngithi mina no asambeni uUber driver athi ayisisi mina ngisekho right ngizocela ukuthi ngikhambise la ngikuthathe khona bese uya request enye Uber uhamba naye uye kulelo office ngingikhokhisa ngoba njengoba ngikuza uxoxa lento exoxelayo exoxela umuntu onxoxela yona I feel like something bad is going to happen and ngeke ngibe at peace yabo mesithi udriver uyehla ngomgwaqo thizeni ufuna ukushaya u-turn angiphinisele endlini iqhamuke le moto ngibabuki bangibuki sibukani mase lo munye usebhexis unomzamo vele ehle kanje bona ukuthi oh asho lo driver athi lanthi le moto yabo mase siyabukabukana athi driver ngoba uthi ibona labo sisi engazi ukuthi inibangani nabo ngizokubuyisela ngibuyisele ngempela shame endlini and then the driver is like ngicela ungaphumi umuntu wakhe engafikanga ngithi okay I'm not ngingena endlini mengena endlini 5 minutes later kukhala intercom mekhala intercom ayiphendula auntie osezayo la endlini athi akunabantu la esangweni uThunkule uzolanda iphone ngithi mina okay auntie ngicela ifavor cela ungikeleni esangweni ungavuli yeso athi auntie okay mama nje umdala ukhulile athi okay ahambisa iphone esangweni athi bathi bafuna ukungena bafuna ukubona wena ngithi mina batshela ukuthi ngizobabona eofficeini ngiseza eofficeini yabo uthi baya lapha esangweni sebeshaya isango ke manje sebeshaya isango sebefuna ukungena ngithi nacela ungena endlini ngame ngekamereni think I was packing I wanted to take my clothes to the laundry bashaya ibhaza bashaya intercom and then ibhadi or iphutha elenziwe auntie ukuthi uma ngena endlini angayivala iburglar guard and then aphume ngalenye isicaba ayoneka outside bangeni angithi complex kunje bengena enye imoto you can also enter you tailgate it bangena kanjalo kwi complex so mabengena kwi complex kanti nasendlini akhi burglar guard ngizwe sekuthiwa mopo sende methi ngiyaphuma hayibo sekugcwele indlu yena unkule ukhonzi nonomzamo sebegcwele indlaba vele bangigibela bangishaya lapho nena unkule ungihleli unkule yena phela icompany yakhe ngithi ungihleli phezulu wami unkule lapho unkule i-stretch tent yabo ugqinsi I'm big mina I'm fat but unkule waye yabo so usengibuzile ke manje yabo angishaya nonomzamo uyangikinya wangidonsa inwele Ukhonza I don't remember her laying a hand on me, but I do remember unkule ethi mufuna ungimoshela into zami sengisebenze kangaka ngifuna umoshela ikhampani yami sinduka yenza kanjani leyo nto yangishaya uyankingi athi Khonza ngithathela umese ekitchen yabo. And then Ukhonzi went and took the knife ekitchen athi ngifuna ukumbulala lo ngeke ngikwazi ukuthi sengisebenze kangaka ezongonela hayibo yabo angishaya gibe phezulu yo angishaya nkule nomzamo uyangihudula uyangidonsa lana and I'm helpless. It's 3 very strong women which I was not even ready for. They are on top of me. Yes. Oh, here's what I missed. Sengisendlini ngifonele my brother lives a couple of streets away. Ngifone ngithi bhuti in a situation enjela I don't feel safe cela uphuthume uzongilanda usemsebenzini yini, he was a doctor. I think wayesebenza angisazi wayesebenza not there I think at that time. Ngithi please come pick me up. Ethi no nhlanhla leyangingeni namhlanje ngiyeza. Ngithi mina ngicela uphuthume ufike because I feel like I am being stalked. I'm about, my life is in danger right now. So ubhuti wami shuthi ikhale ibhaza. Mikhala ibhaza ngimemeza ngithi antivula yabo. I think it's my brother. Ubhuti wami angene. Methi uyangena baphezu kwami mase yasilamula. Obviously you can't hit them, it's women and uyamajini icala angaba nalo. So bamhlukanise and then baphume bahambe babaleke. And then they take my stuff. They take my purse, which had my ID, my driver's license, and they take some documents, no, like some files, my diaries, my journals. They just take stuff. My laptop bag actually. Yeah, it was my laptop. Because that's the laptop bag and I still have that laptop somewhere. So then they take it then and buy a handbag. Maybe handbag, Ubhuti angithathe athi asameni sovula icase ngoba phela you were assaulted. He takes me to the police station lapha ku Long Market. Angise kuleyo police station. I think why am I forgetting these things? Angise kuleyo police station. Mengifike police station bathi sisulimele. Uyayibona I had a concussion. Athi sisulimele banginike some form bathi angihambe ngiye kadokotela. Dokotela had to fill the form in. Kuzuthi assault with G B H or something, but with bodily harm, something along those lines. I'm really hurt, you know, especially in my head. I think yaqala lapha inkinga yami ekhanda. And then babe ngilumile, obviously I had scratches all over. Ngangiyinkinga nje yomuntu. Bengithi siyabuyela ke manje siyabuyela a police station naba bazovula icase mina ngiba assaultile ngibashayile kanjani because oqala ningene ni trespassile. Yes. Number 2 about 3, understand? Number 3, you then took my things. Number 4, you had a weapon. And can you imagine if my brother did not enter ngalesikhathi uKhonzi esuka ekitchen ephethe umess? What was going to happen? Just for a moment. What was going to happen? Unkule was going to send me to my underground gang or my sky daddy. Okay, bavula icala ke sebelivula icala ngithi icala. So mina sengiyathwana am countering their cala now. Sekuyimina ke semele ngidefende ubone. Just to see ukuthi umthetho wethu unjani. Imina la bona ba ama victims. Yes, mina la ngiyi perpetrator. I'm the person who is a danger to society. Okay, nami ngidluleke icala. Ngigoduki. Nathi esilivule icala lethu ke, well icala lami sinobhodi. And I go back home sengilinde ukuthi kwenziwe investigation manje. All right. Tabiso fetches me that day, and then I pack my bags, I go back home. And ningathini if ngintshela ukuthi I have never heard from the detective owayephethe icala le assault yami since 2019. Oh, by the way, I don't remember mentioning ukuthi all of this drama is taking place in 2019. And so kwaphela kanjalo ngicala. I would follow up, of course. I would follow up. I would call and check. I remember they were like, I must go open a protection order. Ngahamba ngaya enkantolo ngayovula i-protection order. But still, sorry, kwangenzeka lutho ngecala until today, ku-April 24, 2025. Okay, uma ngibuya ekhaya, uqale useason 2. Useason 2 uqala kanjani? uThabiso usafuna imali u65,000. Mina I was just like, you know what, labantu are dangerous. Asiyeke indaba yale mali, sisazoyisebenza mosenye imali, sibe nayo imali. Ngifuna imali yami, yabo, which I understand imali yakhe, and mind you, yena unendleke ezinkulu phela njengomkhwenyana when it comes to umembeso lo ekumele sibenze ekhaya. Phezu kwalokho kunabantu aba very close to him engeke ngibasho nabo abathatha ama package kule company le, yabo, very close people, you know, people that he respects. So akalweli yena kuphela, ulwela no 65,000 rands babo bonke labantu. Do you get me? All right. And what he does, he writes an email to ka FSB, ka Financial Services Board. Ka Financial Services Board, a company regulator ama companies aphatha adila nama finances e public. Abanika ni number, actually FSP number yokuthi bekwazi ukoperate. So when he writes a complaint to the Financial Services Board, he writes a complaint to the ombudsman. Uguti, I got into an agreement with this company, but because a contract is bind mina nale company, I am able to withdraw my contracts within 30 days. I am doing that. I am exercising that right that I bound myself on or with. Kodwa bayanqaba. So mayibhala ama complaint yaqala lapho ke inkinga. Because now usebeka le company ebengishawela yona, le company ebengikinyela yona, ebengifuna ukubulawela yona, useyibeka engcipheni enkulu ngempela, because if bephucwe FSP beba banned sekwenye company manje engakwazi ukoperate. And mind you, already bane company efreeziwe ama millions wabo. That's where I stepped in, mina, yabo. So now if he's complaining to our ombudsman, if he's complaining to our FSB, then he's ubaphucisinkwa nabo, you understand? Ayibhali complain uThabiso, ibuye futhi same day or the following day response. They are very efficient ka FSB. Babuye respond bethi, we acknowledge your complaints, sizolandelela with the relevant parties, uyabo. Mebasho ndasolandelela futhi kube back and forth baze besho ka FSB bathi no sesikhulumile nabo and we have told them ukuthi abanibuyisele imali yenu. And I kid you not, awuphelanga isonto bengayibuyisana imali, because they were like kunama penalties, imali emebele bayibambe kuthina, your process contract so ngeke kube 67 or 60 or 65,000 ophelele, kuzoba mhlawumbe 60,000, yabo. uThabiso athi no, in fact I want 66,000 rands, because for my own bank charges ukuthi siprocessile imali sayifaka nina, and nalo mshikashiki back and forth endiyenzile sifuna imali yethu. So washo ka FSB wathi sifuna 66,000, please tell them. And bawufaka u66,000 rands wethu, sesibhalile ka FSB ukuthi we want our money. FSB basiza sayithola imali yethu bayifaka into my bank account. Thabiso was like, ngicela nifake bank account yaSindi. I think I was just being cheeky, because now it's like njoba benilwisa uSindi eyakhe iqala leyo mali. So bayifaka ibank account yami u66,000 rands. This was now October. Yeah, I think it was the 6th or 2nd of October 2019. So mina sengichilile sengipholile ngithi nayi ngoba seyifakile imali yethu sesi right, ayikho into esihlanganisa nalabantu manje. But now njengoba bengishilo ukuthi kunabantu aba close kakhulu kuyena aba recruitile ukuthi bangene le company, so uselwela imali yabo, abatshele athi, you know what, I wrote to FSB bangisiza. Nami actually there is I sent to a couple of people that I know, I sent the email ngathi guys just copy and paste this email nisende ka FSB bazonisiza, uyabo. Base benza njalo nabantu. So kwaqala kwaba ne-influx yama email ka FSB bacomplain with the company bafuna imali yabo abantu, you know, people are wanting to retract, people are wanting their money. Yaqala lapho ke umsindo. Kodwa mina ngihleli ngikhulekele ngithi ayiseke into engihlanganisa nabo, yabo. ngoba ngibanikela de kungokwabo mina bebengangikweleti bebekweleta umloyi u65,000 wabo bamnika futhi bambhansela nge1000 ngaphezulu so si right yabo si square up with these people kanti and I didn't know how much uThabiso was fighting for imali yalaba abanye abantu. I'm not gonna lie. I had no idea ukuthi he was pushing, and I'm gonna tell you as we go on ukuthi he was very radical, you know. He was bringing in like other lawyers. He wanted to sue the company. Yabo, it was bad, and he wasn't telling me. Mengangitsheli because he knew ngangizothi mina ayimfethu asiyekeni manje uyabo sengiba experience ile labantu phela experience them personally yabo so sekunokusaba vele and the day imali ngenile I kid you not the day imali ngenile it was ekseni yangena ekseni imali that's when I started getting stalked. Obviously these people phela were my employers. Being drive a company ekhaya yabo which probably had a tracker so they would know ama whereabouts ami ngisasebenza nabo uthi okay mengisekhaya ngangisho mengizogoduka futhi they had no problem ukuthi ngisimsaphi imoto yabo so and they had my address so they started stalking me kwavele kwakuba ekhaya is a corner house so imoto ezodlula lapha ngasekhaya izobonakala ngoba ikwazi ukudlula isheshe umgwaqo omncane okudlala izingane so if imoto ihamba kuzomela islow down kancane imijike ekhoneni but these particular cars yayifika ihambe yehle emgwaqeni masifika ngasekhaya ihambe kancane ivubavula amawindi and then they would look ekhaya endlini until I noticed ukuthi hayi kune activity a very weird a very dodgy that is happening kanti nomakhelwane bazoqala be notice bethi hayibo wesindi yazi kunemoto it was a red golf kodwa ama-golf la kudala yeah if my memory is serving me right I know it was red but in a golf ihamba abafana abampofu ifike ime lapha phezulu ngakomunye umuzi entabeni iqekelele kanje ime masiyehla yahamba mifika ngakini mase bevula amawindi bebuke ngakini you know awukazi ubone leyo muntu ngithi neze ngangayibona kodwa ngoba phela ayikho into igazi belingakangishi yabo so benganankinga but now because obanye makhelwana are picking it up sengiyaqala futhi manje sengiyasaba uyabo and this car would come occasionally and imoto engafiki ime thina umakhelwane lapha ngasekhaya angeke ngisho siyazana yabo angeke ngisho si close kodwa siyazana so yabona imoto umakhelwane sayo kuzohla umuntu angene phakathi emotweni noma kuzophuma umuntu angene endlini no one was referring to go inside the house no one was leaving the house to get out inside the car yabo so yabo le moto ayizile ngala izospire le moto yabo izobheka so now my question was bafuna ngini mina because sesihlukene mina nabo yabo ngiphumile kubona and I was hoping ukuthi nami baphumile kimi bangistoka ke kanjalo abantu until this one day ngahamba ngaye police station we went to the police station ebusuku because kwaba ne activity esingayi understand futhi nakhona safike sokubiza sayobika police station yangasekhaya ukuthi kunale incident eyenzekalayo kunale imoto efikayo to such a point the police that evening was so responsive ukuthi because there was a car esisingayithembi that day kwafika flying squad kwaba nje idrama enkulu nomakhelwane and all of that but I'm not going to get much into that and amaphoyisa took note of that baqala futhi amaphoyisa ayise patroller at least bengene akujwayela amaphoyisa ungena emgwaqo ngasekhaya kodwa they said ukuthi sizoqala patrol umgwaqo wangakini just to see ukuthi yabo mhlambe kune activity esingeke si understand yini yabo so ngiyabonga kakhulu nje ngalo maphoyisa akuleyo police station aye on duty ngalelo langa sihamba isikhathi ngiqale futhi ngikhuleke futhi iphinde ibuye le moto young stalker kodwa phela now ekungistokeni kwami I couldn't open a case and say they're stalking me yabo ngase ngenzile i-protection order against them I'm not even sure ukuthi baba served in the protection order yabo and there were 2 consecutive days la even omama kamakhelwane bethi Sindi you have to leave la kumele uhambe because now mifika le moto nasa sikwazi ukwenza lutho but we can feel now ukuthi something is wrong uyabo and uthabiso and I kulaba abaziyo nje they know we're literally together all the time sahlukaniswe ilo 8 hours mesemsebenzini mengekho semsebenzini sindawonye before church sindawonye after church we are together we were just always just together so together yabo so and yena wayesebenza inside town, wayesebenza family advocates, yeah, wayesebenza family advocates. So mephuma emsebenzini uzongisheka, yabo, hlaleke you know, abantu abawu-2 abajolayo sihlale, and we were too close to planning umshado, so we would always be talking about umshado, yabo. And nathi siyibone imoto mhlawumbe mehlele ebusuku emgwaqeni, yabo, ningenze ngathanazi, yabo. So hlele emgwaqeni, and then we would see a car, and mesibona leyo moto, we have to report to a police station. Inyamalale imoto, yabo. The day before the incident, iphinde ibuye iGolf ebomvu, iyenze as per usual. And then I call a friend of mine, ngimtshela ukuthi ibuyile imoto. And then my friend ati, okay Cindy, I'm coming to pick you up. We call Utabiso, we tell him Utabiso was at work at that time, and then Utabiso bekamazi kumnganami, amcela umnganami ukuthi impethu uhambe uyomlanda uSindi. Then when my friend comes bezongilanda, imoto imile la ejwayele ukuma khona. Imoto ke imile la ejwayele ukuma khona, ngisiqale ime phezulu bese iyehla, and then when it gets to my house it slows down. I'm so sorry guys, I'm fluey. And then if you're by my house, it slows down, yehlisa amawindi ibuke. And then that time my friend comes immediately futhi. Mefika immediately angithathe ekhaya mase yajika ekhuphuki ufuna ukuyobuka imoto, and then wathi umnganami ngifuna ubone ukuthi uzokwazi ngoba identify labantu. Mesifika phezulu kule moto, wonke ama seats are reclined, yabo, kube ngazi ukuthi akukho umuntu emotweni. And then mesiqhamuke kuba khona oyedwa ophakamayo, and it's someone, I don't want to say igama lakhe, but ngangisola kakhulu at that time ukuthi uyena, but manje I don't feel like my memory is serving me correctly. Ngababona labantu futhi sathi dlula kubona vele aduma imoto yasuka yahamba, mesiphenduka yafika yangama lapha ngasekhaya, yasuka nje yahamba immediately, shuthi babona ukuthi ngiyababona. Okay, sithathe number plate yemoto sifike si report police station. Obviously understand ukuthi amaphoyisa awanawo lo ma resources, angasho ukuthi awanawo lo ma resources, but they just don't use those resources ukuchecka ukuthi leyo vehicle belonga kubani and stuff, yabo. And then we resolve ukuthi I'm going to move, sekumele ngihambe ekhaya. So the following day, the 2nd of November, vele ngangizohamba ekhaya, or the 3rd of November. But the 2nd of November, what's your name, Sabis? 2nd November. Ngangizohamba ekhaya. And then I feel like, you know what, kunezinto eziningi engingakayithengi for umcimbi, so I want to go ngihaqale ngiyothenga, yabo, izinto lezi eshodayo, yabo, izitsha, iponi, nanje, yabo, because sazoyiphekela vele ekhaya. I can cook, most of my sisters and cousins can cook. Sihambe with my sister and my 2 nieces. Sihambe sithi siyothenga lezo zinto, and then we just go out on a date on that day. And then ngengene kakhulu ke kwi-incident. I think I've spoken about the incidents a lot. I don't want to ngena into the incidents because I don't want that to disturb me. That's not the whole point of this video. The whole point of the video is to just reiterate ukuthi I know obani abenza lento. I'm very convinced, yabo, ukuthi obani abenza lento. And I don't want to trigger myself into revisiting that specific event, yabo. Kodwa ke that day kwaba ukuthi ke siyahamba siya to a nearby shopping center with my sisters. That day kwakudlala iSoweto Derby. Kwase kwadlala sibuka ngeSoweto Derby, sabuka icricket, kwadlala ifinal Yeah, South Africa. Idlala nani? Angisakhumbula idlala nani, but South Africa won. Oh, kwaqala i-rugby and then kwabe Soweto Derby. So manje mina ngangisupporta I'm Pirates. uThabiso wayi-Chiefs. And then obviously i-Chiefs yawina ngaleyo langa. And uThabiso was very excited. So wasuka le kubo. Wasofuna ukuzongibona. Then I'm like, no, don't come see me. Sekusihlile, sekusebusuku. It was around 6 o'clock. I said, no, ngifuna ukugodukisa uye ekhaya. I'm like, I'm gonna you don't need to come. Umuntu wakhona ethi nje okay, and then aqale ethi fanele ngihambise igesi yasesontweni kwakuzoba ne-pastor's appreciation in his church, and his church is by my house. Athi fanele ngihambise igesi yasesontweni, so ngizosale sengidlula ngikubona. Like ngoba uclever lo guy. Ngithi mina uzoyiletha ekseni igesi ngoba vele you are always early to church. And then it's like, no, kunemali kumele ngikunike yona. Some of our friends and my cousins babesende lo cash sendi kwakuyimantende ngithi yeah, babesende lo cash send cardless transactions besiphekisa yabo for our members. So mina ke ngangingawumi olayini kusakhona uThabiso ngoba nje ngangivele ngithi my guy ngicela ngimile ulayini ngifike sengenza whatever engenza kulayini. So that time ngavele ngamsendela wonke ama voucher ngathi ngicela uyakhipha emaningi kwakwa Pep kwakwa Checkers kwakwa Standard Bank o Capitec yabo. So many cardless transactions and mina ayizongihlanganisa ngekhanda. So ngamnika wahamba uyakhipha. So we had a lot of cash with him. Wathi ngifuna ukukulethela le mali. Ngithi mina ungayilethi imali ngizoyithatha kusasa because I'm gonna see you. Then it's like ngizofika nginikele ngayo mina esontweni phela is pastor's appreciation. I'm like, okay, yazi ngoba lo uzovela ayenze lento ayenzayo. Ngithi okay, come bring the money. And then he comes and picks us up, but then he never got home because wase washona that evening. And then meshona that evening fine kubo mncwabo. Kubo mncwabo kudlule inyanga, and I go to Joburg. One of my sisters take me in Joburg, Sambeke, say Joburg. After a couple of weeks, me said Joburg, sithatha uhambo oluye Pretoria. My sister actually wayene client, the specific lady wayene client elise FSB, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, wayene client nomi colleague is FSB. And then I got an opportunity ukuthi ngihambe ngi-FSB nami ngikhulume with the specific lady owaye responde owaye assista uThabiso nami ukuthi sithole imali yethu back. Ngimfune lo sesingize ngimthole. Luckily I didn't need to make an appointment. Wang attenda immediately. Mase ngiya-introduce ngisho ukuthi ngubani. He knew Thabiso Mloyi. That's how ngiyamazi Thabiso Mloyi. He was the very first person who later complained kule company le. Unjani? And I'm like, what you mean? Ukuthi unjani? Akasekho uThabiso. Athi uyephi? Ngithi mina washona uThabiso. Athi hayibo. Ngithi mina yes. Athi kanjani? And then I narrate the story to her. Athi hayibo Cindy. Yazi, it makes sense because that Monday, washona on a Saturday uThabiso. The Monday, angaqama mang Monday. Uthi bese siqala si receive ama message, ama emails from people abekade besicela ukuthi sibasize to get their money from this company. They were retracting ama complaints wabo. Bethi because this guy Ugusa was threatening them. And wangitshengisa ama emails, I promise you. She showed me the emails. She's like, they were specific. Ukuthi uSibanimani, isibongo kaSibanimani uyastrictnisha. And he's not even using private numbers the way he was such a bully. He was not even using private numbers to call these people. But I should, you know what? I might as well lose my money than lose my life. And now that you are telling me the story, Cindy Gusho, the lady, I am quite certain ukuthi bona ababulala uThabiso. So she says ukuthi Uthabiso was calling every single day because now he was following up on ama complaints. He was following up on the complaints that his friends and people really close to him were also lodging against the company. And okay, waphatheka kabuhlungu sisi. And ngase ngabuza mina ukuthi ngenziwani ke, because now ngikule situation and there is a case that is pending. Well, there's an investigation, not a case. There's an investigation. How can they assist in strengthening a case, ye murder, ni attempted murder? Okay, I made iphutha. Ngenze iphutha ngokuthi nginga explaining in my previous video ukuthi washona kanjani. What happened was that angithi ngishilo ukuthi wangilanda from the shopping center. So mengilanda from the shopping center, kubokuthi mesifika ngasekhaya sivula ibhuthi sithulula impahla, we got shot. I got shot, and then he got shot. He was shot. When I got shot, he was shot. What I mean, ngadubuleka kanye, and then he shielded me wangphusha, and then he whispered in my ear, "What is Sandra baleka?" And then they ran after him, not after me. They went after him. Bamdubula emhlani, and then ababona, which was so unfortunate ukuthi kulaba ababona were my nephews, wawaphansi. And then they say ukuthi lo muntu oyemdubula wagxamalaza phezu kwaThabiso wase wamdubula ebusweni. If I'm not mistaken, it was 8 bullets on his face. Angimbona ngake ngambona esafika nje ekliniki, kodwa ngangisa the adrenaline was too much because nami ngadubuleka kodwa ngangazi ukuthi ngidubulekile. Umakhelwane nje wathi sindikibele emotweni udubulekile, ngalwa ngaphika ngathi hayiba ngidubulekile anginalutho ngira, wathi Sindi, you are shot. And I did not feel pain yokudubuleka until today. Until today, I got shot here on my upper shoulder. Kodwa inhlamvu bayikhipha ngala because it traveled, inhlamvu yahamba yama kumqala la by the spine, and then they couldn't operate me la emqaleni because indawo ibucayi, so they had to push the bullets ize ifike ngala mase bayikhipha ke bullets. So kuyasiza ukube sidudla my ear, because had I not had all this fat in my body, Lord knows what could have happened. So ngambona ngifika, but honestly babenake mina kakhulu bethi they need to give attention to me, because then babesaba ukuthi ikephi lenhlamvu uzoyenzakalani. And even honest bengitshela ukuthi ngidutshiliwe, ngangibaphikisa ngithi angidutshiliwe, nangu umuntu odutshiliwe ngicela nake yena. But when I think back, I think babebona ukuthi yena useshonile, mina ngangaboni useshonile, yabo. So washona kanjalo. And then abantu mebesho ke bathi they saw 2 boys or 2 guys, babona 2 guys babehamba ngeenyawo, imoto babeshiye kumgwaqo ngezansi, they were walking barefoot. Basidubula base bagijima babalesha bangene emotweni ke base bahamba ke. So yes, that's how he got shot. That's the incident that I was avoiding to revisit. But yeah, I spent some time just to regroup myself, and I'm okay to retell that part of the story. So but see, where I'm going at is that FSB, what they said, because they are not the authorities, they can't sue these people as much as so much evidence is pointing to Bona. What they can do, they can ban the company from operating as a financial service provider, and they banned the company ngikona lapho because kwabizwa ama manager, what the lady told the managers what's happening, and then they were just like, ban them now. So that's the only thing they could do. But they said if I'm a detectives bafuna ukubona to build a case against Ogusa, they can very well show them the information of abantu retracting their statements, of abantu saying ukuthi they were being threatened yabo by this specific person. And which is something that I did. I tried so much to assist the investigators in building the case. Lord knows I did. I gave them as much information as I could. so much information. I fought the first day of this case. I fought so hard with everything that I had in me. Ukuthi justice should be served, especially because it was someone who was fighting for a justice yabantu, aside from the scandal semali, but he was someone who stood so much, who believed so much in fighting for justice, you know. So I felt I needed to honor his life by fighting for his justice. Unfortunately, my efforts did not fructify or have not fructified. I remember after a year of the investigation, I wrote an email to IPID complaining about the detectives because Detective Dlamini in Uzuma police station. I remember he would even sound like so irritated when I called and just wanted an update. He took Tabiso's phone, Tabiso's laptop as well, because we screen a phone to see if they can build evidence. And I asked him so many times, have you opened the phone? Because at that time I was able to open his phone with my fingerprints. So I remember have you opened the phone? What have you found? I phone, and it's 5 years later. Even right now I'm sure about the phone. Anyways, yeah, I did all I could. At that time, I gave them too much information, even the personal information. Yabo, onkule, nalapho babehlala khona, you know, nalapho babesebenzela khona, ngangisawazi number plate imoto zabo. But I feel like they never even visited them, you know, they never even questioned them. And then until I requested, ngabhalela commissioner, police commissioner, I requested to exchange with detective, because I wanted a new detective on the case. And the police commissioner did respond. It's also a coordinator or detective, because apparently it's my legal rights. Kodwa kwabaninkinga ke emndenini wakhe ukuthi Thabiso ngokufuna kwami ukushintsha detective ngashiya kanjalo ke icala, because yeah. So nothing has been happening with the case up until now, and the reason why I have decided to publicly announce ukuthi ngiyabaxolela labantu, it's because I have done so much progress. I've done so much progress in my life. I've done so much work mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know, in this healing journey. A healing journey that I never thought I would need to take. I have to say it was the hardest journey of my life. I don't want to say it cannot get any worse, because I don't want God to test me, but it was the hardest journey of my life. Healing physically, healing emotionally, and grieving. Yo, I realized grief is not linear. Grief is crazy. Grief is insane. Maybe I'm going to talk about grief later on, like in another separate video, not attached to this forgiveness part. And then I realized as much as I have healed, I have continued with my life. I started working again, started pandering, pushing, started dating even. But whenever I think about these specific people, the amount of hate that just clouds me, they literally spoil my entire day. There would be days where I'm driving and I see one of their cars, like imoto efana neyabo, kuvela ukuthi ngishayise from the back. Ngine rage unhealthy against them. When I think of, you know, I think ingane boya inenzwane ezu6. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, ngabona ingane inenzwane ezu6, kwathi ngithatha ucelemba ngigengcele ngane. I'm being for real. You know, I just think of the craziest things that I want to do to them. You know, even ukusebenza kwami so much. I'm being honest, you know. That's what I wanted to do. And in my church. I remember or I would log out of Facebook or TikTok. You know, if I see even ingubo efana neyankule ngangivele ngicikeke ngibona into mazane enza ama edges njengonomzamo unomzamo ayibhexa ama edges into engakazi uyibone ngivele kuvele, you know, And then I had to sit with myself and pray. Ukuthi, I need to forgive these people. And in me saying I want to forgive these people, because I'm sure it's a trigger for so many people who are close to Thabiso, even myself, I'm not saying ukuthi justice must not take its course. Lord knows, ukuthi, I strongly believe that vengeance is the Lord's. You know, kodwa mina ngiyabakhulula enhlizweni yami. Ngiyazi khipha kuleli jele ebebengifake kulona, ngiyalisusa ijogwe lokuthi whenever I see or hear anything that imitates them or is connected to them, ukuthi kushintshe imood yami, that's why I'm forgiving them. Yeah, that's why I'm forgiving them. I'm forgiving them because I'm tired. I am tired of hosting them in my mind and in my spirit. I am tired of them triggering me. And I am saying, guys, ngiyangixolela mina. Ngiyangixolela ngoba vele ukundinela kwami bek-affecta mina. Ulaka benginalo against you guys ku-affecta mina and my health. But I still believe that justice needs to be served while I'm still in the land of the living. I'm a strong believer of that. I hope justice is served while I'm in the land of the living. And if it's not, it's okay. It's okay. Because you still have generations ahead of you. And so babili osonke, we understand the Bible. It's unfortunate ukuthi ke ezeni izono sizowela kwabantwana benu. But mina, honestly, I want to come ngifike leyo city, and I visit that city a lot, but I'm always watching over my shoulder. I'm always getting, you know, ngihlale ngingekho right. I want to be okay. You know, and I want to move on with my life. Ngazi ukuthi I'll never close this chapter. Thabiso will always be a part of my life in a lot of senses. But ngiyazi ukuthi la ikhona, he would want me to be happy. La ikhona, he would want me to not be bitter and angry